Coming up on Lexington Now, the city's newest safety officers hit the streets, an upcoming film festival, and the Arboretum Children's Garden. This and more up next on this week's edition of Lexington Now. Roberts, and welcome to another edition of Lexington Now, where we take a look at the news that shapes your urban county government. The Lexington Police Department has just revamped their safety officer program. This week, 5 new safety officers graduated and were celebrated in a ceremony, and soon they'll be on the street.
This is a program that we really enjoy bringing back. It was a program that was very beneficial to us in the Lexington Police Department. And Commissioner Baston and I discussed ways of being more efficient. This was the first thing that we looked at and said this was a great program and we can learn from the lessons in the past and make it a better program. I think it will benefit the city of Lexington. I told the class yesterday, all eyes from the council to the mayor to the city are looking at you all to lead us in how to make this the best program that we can. It's been such a beneficial program. Lexington is the only certified academy that teaches the safety officer program in the state, and other cities throughout the state have recognized our program, the cost benefits, and how well the program assists our citizens, that they've reached out and also asked us to host their members in our academy, and we'll be doing that in the future too. So
this is an exciting venture for us because many of us were around before when the safety officer program was very vibrant, and we understand the advantages it brings to the community and to the Division of Police. So it's an exciting day for us, and I know you all are glad to be part of that. Thank you to the families for supporting all of these individuals, because without you, this wouldn't have been easy for them to get through, I can promise you. And they're going to need your support as they move throughout their career. So please keep that in mind.
I wanted to start a career in public safety and public service in general, and went to school for fire and safety. Changed my mind to law enforcement after graduating, and been testing with some police departments. I saw this opportunity come up, and I thought it'd be a interesting way to start and a good way to start a career, and a good way to get to start learning the job and seeing what it's all about. The training academy was, I imagine it was a lot like a police recruit academy, except without the obviously without the physical part of it, but a lot of the basic principles and concepts taught to us about dealing with the public and dealing with the traffic specific things that we're going to be dealing with. A lot of that was what you would expect to be taught to police officers. Primarily we're going to be working property damage, accidents, just with no injuries. Your typical rush hour accidents, fender benders, things like that, taking reports and clearing the roadway, clearing the vehicles from the roadway, free up traffic. We're going to be doing a lot of traffic control, whether traffic lights are out or special events, concerts, ball games, things at Rupp Arena, stuff like that. One thing that they made clear to us that they were focusing on making sure they did different with this safety officer program than the one from the past was differentiating us, making it clear that we were not sworn officers, police officers. We don't have any weapons. We don't have authority to arrest, anything like that. They wanted to make sure our uniform was different, to make sure that people would look at us and recognize we don't have a gun belt, don't have the typical dark blue uniform that they wear. They accomplished this by using the neon yellowish green here, which also serves to make us stand out, less likely to get hit by traffic in that kind of circumstance. Makes people think primarily that they're doing something traffic related. Same thing with the cruiser. It's got these, yellow and blue, clearly says traffic safety. It is a Crown Vic, but it's marked. It doesn't have red and blue lights. So it's marked and designed specifically to make it clear that it's not a police officer vehicle. We're focusing on something else, and hopefully the public will recognize that. Customer service is our main core value of the job, is basically what we've been taught, and we're there to help. So we're there to serve the public.
Well, I was previously in dispatch for 15 years, working in E911, and I just wanted a different perspective, a office with windows, if you will. So I wanted to find another way to better serve the public, and what better way than to become a safety officer and try something new. We'll be taking non-injury collisions, just basically alleviating any of the calls for patrol, just taking some of that pressure off of them so they can respond to the more urgent calls and higher priority calls for them. We'll take parking complaints, motorist assist, and things like that. We did hazmat classes, we did collision investigation, report writing. We did a lot of the things that entails some of the normal police academy, but more specific to safety officer positions.
Nanette is a native of Lexington. She transferred into the safety officer position after many years as a communications dispatcher and supervisor with the Lexington Police Department and Division of Enhanced 911.
We are here to help, so don't be afraid to ask.
For more information about the Lexington Police Department, you can log on to the city's website. It's lexingtonky.gov. Since 2011, Lexington has hosted a festival in honor of Kentucky-born actor Harry Dean Stanton. And this year, the festival is going to be bigger and better than ever.
It's 3 days of fun and community where we celebrate Harry Dean Stanton, his roots in the community, and the film career that has spanned decades and decades and decades at this point. Well, why Harry Dean Stanton is the easiest question in the world. My relationship with Harry Dean Stanton also began at the Kentucky Theater. When I was 15 years old, I saw Repo Man there. And I remember watching the movie and just being enamored with this person, thinking he was just like the most fascinating screen presence I'd ever witnessed. And I walked out of the theater and I said, my God, who was that? What was that? What just happened? And somebody said, oh, that's actually Mary's uncle. And our friend Mary Lake, as it turned out, they were related. And they said, yeah, he's from around here someplace. And I was blown away by that fact. Like, I loved the fact that I watched the movie, that I fell in love with this person on the screen, and then as I walked out, I found out that we were actually from the same place and that he probably spent time in that very movie theater where I first saw him. People have certain preconceptions about Kentucky sometimes, which are very unfortunate and not based in any reality whatsoever. But I would always tell them, you know, Harry Dean Stanton's from there. And people would get really excited because there's something sort of unifying and bonding about him. I mean, he's just so cool. I was a big James Dean fan when I was a kid, and I used to go to Fairmont, Indiana, which is the home of James Dean. And there's a festival for him, a 3-day festival every year, and they show his 3 films. And then when I moved back to Lexington, some friends were working on the Lexington Film League. They'd started it. They were doing an amazing job with it. They asked if I wanted to be involved. They said, what would you like to bring to it? And it just kind of popped out of my mouth. Maybe we could have a Harry Dean Stanton festival. I mean, James Dean has one and he has 3 movies. Harry Dean has like 200 movies. It'll program itself forever. When I had the idea, I recognized that I needed to probably reach out to him and make sure that this was okay, that he would in fact approve of a festival in his honor. And I asked around, you know, does anybody know him? Does anybody have a connection to him? How can I get in touch with him? And a very close friend of mine said, you know, what about Tom Thurman? Tom Thurman knows everybody. And Tom Thurman is an amazing, brilliant documentary filmmaker who lives here in Lexington. And so I just cold called poor Tom Thurman, who had no idea who I am. I called him out of the blue, and I said, hi, you know, I heard that there was a possibility you might know Harry Dean. And he said, I might know Harry Dean. And I said, yeah, I'm sorry, is that not a thing? And he said, I might know Harry Dean. And I said, yes. And he said, I've actually been working on a documentary about Harry Dean for 20 years, and we're about to premiere it at the Kentucky Theater. And I thought, I mean, at first I didn't know if he thought I was kidding. I didn't know if he was kidding, but like, sure enough, he really had made this brilliant documentary about Harry and was going to premiere it, and so I asked if maybe we could piggyback on that and start the festival. So our opening night screening was Tom Thurman's KET documentary, Harry Dean Stanton Crossing Mulholland. We're just sort of letting it grow the way that it grows. Obviously the year that he came here was tremendous. We had people coming from all over the country, from the Northwest as far as Seattle, from the Northeast as far as Philadelphia, from the South as far as Miami, and all of a sudden we really realized that this is a national entity. Being able to have him standing up at the theater and Jim Gray giving him a key to the city and having that just thunderous applause from 800 people sitting out at a theater where he used to go when he went to UK. I think that was my favorite moment, was just knowing that hopefully it meant something to him.
This year's event is June 10th through the 12th. For more information about how you can attend or get involved, you can visit the organizer's website. It's harrydeanstantonfest.org. And coming up after the break, we'll tell you what's blooming for your little sprouts at the Arboretum's Children's Garden.
Hello, I'm Detective Mark Thomas with the Lexington Police Department. You may also know me from Bluegrass Crime Stoppers. I'm here to talk to you a little bit today about a new texting system that we have available through any smartphone. In the body of your message, you can text LexPD plus your tip to crimes. When you're submitting anonymous information, we ask that you include several things that would help us conduct the investigations more thoroughly, such as a person's name, their home address, possible license plate numbers, any other people involved, or why you think that they're conducting the type of activity that you believe that they are. All of those things, no matter how small you believe they could be, are relevant to the investigation. So please include those. So remember, you can send your anonymous tip information either through text, you can call the Bluegrass Crime Stoppers anonymous tip line at 859-253-2020, or you can go online to bluegrasscrimestoppers.com. Thank you.
This message is brought to you by the U.S. Fire Administration. Have two ways out. When fire strikes, deadly smoke can fill your home within minutes. That's why the USFA wants you to plan and practice home fire drills. Draw a map of each level of your home showing all doors and windows. Discuss the map with everyone who lives with you. Practice your home fire drill at least twice a year. Make sure all doors and windows that lead outside open easily. Push the smoke alarm button to start the drill. Try feeling your way in the dark or with your eyes closed. Have at least two ways out of every room. If your first way out is blocked by fire or smoke, you can use your second way out. If there is smoke, get low and go. Crawl quickly under the smoke to your nearest exit. Close doors behind you and gather at a pre-planned outside meeting place where first responders can see you. Call 911. Remember, get out and stay out. Never go back inside for people, pets, or things. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Welcome to Your Health, starring Your Hands. On today's show, washing your hands. If people don't wash their hands often, especially when they're sick, they can spread germs directly to other people or onto surfaces that others touch. And before you know it, everyone has come down with something. It's important to wash your hands frequently with good soapy water. Here's some hand washing tips. Wash your hands after using the bathroom. Wash your hands after coughing or blowing your nose. Wash your hands before eating, serving, or preparing food. Wash your hands after playing with your pets or touching other animals. Wash your hands after outdoor activities. Wash your hands before and after visiting someone who's sick. Wash your hands when they get dirty. And wash your hands after changing those diapers. Thanks for watching Your Health, and remember, wash those hands frequently.
Welcome back to the show. The UK LFUCG Arboretum is ramping up its activities at one of its most popular attractions, the Kentucky Children's Garden.
Yes!
Okay, good.
Yeah, so we can get on stuff, okay?
Yeah. There's so much for them to do here. They love the pioneer cabin. They can pretend like they are on the frontier and playing with the plates and making a fire and hanging the laundry.
Jackie Gallimore is talking about the UK Arboretum Children's Garden.
Kids love to wade in the stream and get wet. They love to be in the boat and go fishing.
From the train to the varied terrain, there is plenty for kids to learn about and see. There's also structured programs to keep these little minds engaged when they aren't in school.
At 11, 1, and 3, we do programming, and depending on the day, we do a craft, a story time, plant something, or go on a hike with them.
Gallimore says the goal is about instilling a love and appreciation for nature in these little humans while they're young.
Whenever kids grow up, they're going to be our future scientists, politicians, that sort of thing. So we want them to love nature at a young age so they can grow up appreciating it and wanting to preserve it when they get older.
I can't wait. This is so fun.
For more information about what's going on at the Arboretum for your kids and for yourself, you can log on to the Arboretum's website. It's listed here on the screen. 2 annual favorites are coming up at Masterson Station Park. It's the Bluegrass Classic Stock Dog Trials and the Kentucky Sheep and Fiber Festival. Here's more on this event and how you can attend.
Hello, welcome to Masterson Station Park on this lovely day. My name is Georgia Ackerman and I'm with Parks and Recreation. I'm standing here with my friend Connie Brannon, who is representing the Kentucky Classic Stock Dog Trials that are going to be held starting, what's the date?
We start on May 18th, which is a Wednesday, and go through Sunday, May 22nd.
Very good, and we are doing it at the same time we are doing the Kentucky Sheep and Fiber Festival up in the fairgrounds. So we thought we'd talk a little bit about our event that weekend and tell you what you can expect if you come on out here. There's a lot going on.
This is the longest running stock dog trial in the United States and one of the most prestigious.
And how many people do you expect usually?
We have handlers that come from all around the United States and Canada. We'll have people from the West Coast and even the Western Canada area. And then we'll have some large number of spectators as well. A lot of that is weather dependent.
Mm-hmm. And it's a great place to bring kids, right?
Oh, absolutely.
It's set up in a really lovely part of the park where you can kind of sit up high and watch the dogs work. Dogs like Boz, watch the dogs work. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what they're looking for, and you know what I mean? Just give us a thumbnail sketch idea of what it is the competition's like.
We bring 500 sheep in from Montana, so these sheep have not been worked by dogs before, so it's very challenging for the handlers and the dogs. And the dogs will go out, the sheep will be set about 500 yards away, and the dogs will cast out, get behind the sheep, and bring them down the field, and that can be pretty exciting because oftentimes the sheep have to be convinced to come. Pretty exciting for the sheep and the dog and the handler, and the spectators usually get a big roar when the sheep go in the pen, knowing how hard it's been.
Everyone loves dogs, but you don't often get to see a dog do exactly what he was bred to do. You know what I mean? Really work, and they just love it so much, you know. So it really is a great, people come from a long way to see it, so come out even if it's not such a great day, because it really is fun to watch them. And at the same time that this is going on, I think it's the 6th year for the Kentucky Sheep and Fiber Festival, and this is a group of vendors. We're going to have 73 vendors who come with all kind of knitting related or fiber related utensils. Got lots and lots of yarn, needles, spinning wheels. We'll have lots and lots of food available, and we have a shuttle between Connie's event and mine, which is really nice because you can ride back and forth, and you don't have to walk. It's not too far, but it's nice to just hop on a shuttle and go back and forth. Kids 10 and under are free. It's $5 admission, but again, there's live animals in there, and there's shearing going on, and it's just a really fun time. So the dates for the Kentucky Sheep and Fiber Festival are the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. The vendors are open the 21st and 22nd, but we have demonstrations and classes going on the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. So if you have any questions, look on our website. Hopefully we'll see you those days. Thank you.
For more information on this event, you can log on to the city's website. It's lexingtonky.gov. Another May favorite is back, and it should be better than ever this year. I'm talking about Bike Lexington. It's coming up this weekend, and there's still time for you and your family to get it on your schedule and get involved.
Hi, I'm Kyle.
And I'm Steph from Pedal Power Bike Shop.
Welcome to the shop. Hi, it's Kyle with the Downtown Lexington Corporation. I'm here with Steph today, and we're going to talk a little bit about Bike Lexington. So Stephanie, how long has Pedal Power kind of been involved with Bike Lexington?
Pedal Power has been involved with Bike Lexington in some form since the start of Bike Lexington.
Pedal Power has a great location downtown. What do you guys love about your location?
You know, we're the oldest bike shop in Lexington. We've been here since 1973 on the same exact corner on Upper and Maxwell Street, and same building, same name. So it just has a strong sense of community, and just our origins are deep rooted in Lexington.
That's awesome. So this year's Bike Lexington is going to be held on May 21st from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and it'll be held at the Robert F. Stevens Courthouse Plaza. Come down this year and join thousands to reclaim the streets of Lexington with registration starting at 8 a.m. at the Robert F. Stevens Courthouse Plaza.
So it's a 10-mile family fun ride, so it's not a race. So bring your kids, bring your family, bring a helmet. And you can really ride whatever you want. If it's got wheels and pedals, you can ride it and go at your own pace. The roads will be escorted by police and closed off, so you'll feel totally safe. So Lexington Fayette County Urban Government has a great map that they put out. In fact, you can come by the shop and pick one up from free or get one downtown that has all the bike lanes and all of Lexington mapped out, the bike-friendly roads. In addition, you have the beautiful Legacy Trail, which has a parking trailhead at the North YMCA and goes all the way to the horse park. And it's just a great scenic ride, not in traffic at all, so you can feel totally safe there too. So for more information, you can find Pedal Power on the website at www.pedalpowerbikeshop.com. If you have questions, you can always email info@pedalpowerbikeshop.com. Find us on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. Our Instagram name is pedalpowerky with capital P's.
For more information on Bike Lexington, you can visit www.downtownlex.com or visit bikelexington.com. And don't forget to visit us on our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and always #DowntownLex.
All participants that register for Bike Lexington will be entered to win a raffle that will be given out. Where is it at, Kyle?
The raffle will take place after the fun ride, so don't forget to come back to the Robert F. Stevens Courthouse for a chance to win a free bike.
And Pedal Power will be raffling off an adult bike and a child's bike.
And a child's bike, so don't forget to finish the fun ride, everybody, and come back and see us.
For more information about this event, you can visit their website. It's bikelexington.com. Because of the election on Tuesday, it's going to be a bit of a slower week here in the urban county government, but there's still plenty on the schedule. Here's a quick look at a list of meetings and events, but for a complete listing, you can log on to the city's website. It's lexingtonky.gov. That's all for this week's edition of Lexington Now. We'll return next week with more news from your urban county government, but in the meantime, you can keep up with what we're doing by following us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can also get 24/7 traffic updates by following us on our Twitter handle. It's @LexRex. For the staff and producers at GTV3, I'm Sherelle Roberts, and that's it for now.
The preceding program was produced through the facilities of GTV3.